The other day, I was listening to a talk by one of my beloved spiritual teachers, whose name is Adyashanti, and he said something that truly struck my mind. He said something along the lines of, whatever is trying to let go is the very thing that's holding on. Whatever is trying to let go is the very thing that's holding on. It's quite a shocking statement because when we are grounded in spiritual practice, we usually try to let go. We try to let go of all the false notions about ourselves. We try to let go of everything that's not our absolute nature. And we even try to let go of letting go, since this is also only our relative sense of being trying to get rid of something in order to attain something else which it perceives as desirable. But we have to remember that, the Buddha said, desire is suffering. And as long as we desire something other than what is, we crave an idea and we basically split reality into two parts, the current what is and what should be. And because we want to go from one to the other, it implies that where we are right now is not good enough. And here comes the problem. If we understand this teaching, if we really understand it to be true, what do? We start trying to get rid of everything in hope that something else will appear. And this something else, of course, is enlightenment, infinite well-being, infinite wisdom, claiming our identity as God, Buddha, or the Absolute. As soon as we do that, we are caught up again in desire, in suffering, in wanting to go from here to there. Just look at your meditation. When you are sitting, practicing, maybe something comes up and you feel the urge to let it go. It's typically a mixture between thought and feeling, maybe even a whole story. And you now think to yourself, okay, I can see that this is not real in the absolute sense. Because whatever I can witness, whatever I can become aware of, is not the absolute truth, because it's just an object in my mind. So I have to let go of this damn object in order to maybe get enlightenment. And there we are. We are now trying really hard to let things go. But we also see that it's very hard, because these objects are very sticky. And typically it's not enough that it simply fades from our awareness. No. We want some sort of confirmation about it. We want it to leave, and afterwards, after it left, we want to claim a sense of certainty that it has finally gone and that we are free from it and that we can continue our practice. I mean, has this ever happened to you? I think what happens is that whenever we try to let go of something, we actually become more identified with it. We turn whatever we are trying to let go into an object we want to get rid of, and now we are wrestling with this very object. Because for some reason, it doesn't disappear. And this is where Adyashanti's statement becomes really relevant. Whatever is trying to let go is the very thing that's holding on. When we struggle to let go of something, we actually unknowingly hold on to it. True letting go is quite the opposite of struggle. So what can we do if we struggle not to struggle? I think the most important thing here is to recognize it first, to notice how all of this plays out in our consciousness, And whenever we become aware that we are trying to let go of something, we can notice it. And we can also see that there is a force that's actually holding onto the very thing we want to let go of. So we can see that trying to let go actually means holding on. And instead of adding another layer of struggle by trying to let go of that, we simply notice it. We just look at it. We recognize this theme playing out, but we don't do anything. We just let it play out. Because this is true surrender. This is true letting go. Letting go even of our idea of letting something go. It's accepting whatever happens, whether the very thing we want to let go of persists or vanishes. And if this very thing disappears or stays in our consciousness, we don't care. The truth is that the whole thing is only playing out in our relative sense of being anyway. It only plays out in illusion, in samsara. So no matter what happens in illusion, whether we defeat something and finally make it let go, or we fail and it persists in our mind, it's an illusion anyway. True spirituality is not about making illusion nicer. It's not about improving relative truth. It's only about waking up from this dream to the absolute nature that we already are. So why should we even care what happens in our mind? Thoughts and feelings, they come and they go continuously. What are we really trying to achieve when we try to let go of something? I mean, this is all samsara. Leave samsara just as it is. Don't try to improve it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to overcome it. Because as long as you do any of this, you're caught up in it. Letting go also only happens in samsara. Do you really think our true self needs to let go of something? Do you think our true self can ever be burdened by anything? Do you think it needs to overcome something in order to become what it already is? Only our illusory sense of self tries to become something which it is not. It tries to become more pure, more holy, more enlightened, more whatever. And when you recognize that in your meditation, there is a very subtle feeling, and this feeling isn't nice, at least to our separate sense of self. When you recognize that this whole game of letting go actually means holding on, you realize that you can't do anything. It kind of feels discouraging. It feels hopeless, because you truly can't do anything. You recognize that there will never be a moment when we can finally claim victory over our tendencies, our struggles, and everything we want to let go of. No. It's more about this whole motivation, this whole desire, emptying out, slowly fading away. And maybe struggles will still appear in your mind, but you are no longer struggling with them. You become less interested because you see that it doesn't lead anywhere. You become absolutely okay with whatever happens. And your whole motivation, your desire, will also slowly fade away. It will slowly empty itself until there is nothing left anymore. And when there is truly nothing left, then what? The sky is blue, the grass is green. Truth is just like this. I wish you all the best, your friend of the way. Bye.